Soon Paris will let you show your Eiffel Tower in public.
Queen Kim, was she in on it?
And we move in on you like a bitch. Coming up today on The Point. Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. And as we told you last week, our dear friend Matt Raffi is off in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, performing, so he's away for a few weeks. But joining us today is social media personality Jesse Hazen.
Hey, boo-boo.
Welcome, Jesse. How are you today?
Great, how are you guys?
We are good. We are happy to have you
I'm
here.
so happy to be here. I'm so excited.
Good, and we'll talk a little bit later about, because you're a bit of a Kardashian expert.
I'm like a Kardashian wannabe as well, actually.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little later. But first, we have to talk about Donald Trump grabbing women by the... I don't even want to say the word.
Was he?
I know, I did. Okay, now...
It's not that serious, I don't think.
No.
Is it not that serious?
You know what? Okay.
The whole thing?
So, it is degrading, I'll give you that much. But I've heard so much worse, even from women in my life.
Okay, that is an interesting point because he kept saying it was locker room talk. And then a lot of the athletes came out and said, I've been in locker rooms all my life.
Lying.
Yeah.
Real? Okay,
No.
so I want to know from the straight guys.
I don't think so though, because I've never heard anything like that. Like honestly, like
Well, maybe I just hang out with like horrible people.
every time, maybe.
Well,
I just
in
I
locker
don't
room,
know.
when I'm in the locker room, I'm just being like, I'm trying to get out of there.
But
to be honest,
Gordon, honestly, like I've been around girls before. Like I live with a female, and I've heard some things come out of their mouths that I'm like, whoa, like that's.
But you know,
insane.
I don't know if it's just...
And I don't mean to. I'm sorry, but I don't mean like I'm not like pointing fingers or anything like that. Like, oh, you said this, so it's okay that you said this. But I mean,
Right.
like it happens. Like,
Right, but are they talking about sexual conquests, or are they talking about I raped this person?
Exactly.
Because it's not that he's saying that he wants to do something or
He's
someone
going
is
to.
hot. Is that he did. Is that he said that he has done this. He has gone up to someone without their permission and sexually assaulted them.
Really?
In
No,
fact,
I
that's
didn't-
what he's
I
saying.
didn't-
I do this. I have gone up to women and they just let you do it because you're a celebrity. I just kiss them. He's not saying that, oh man, I wish I could do this, or that girl was so hot I would do this. He's
Okay.
saying that he has sexually assaulted women.
Right, he
It's not
says-
being
See,
graphic and vulgar.
See,
That's
in
the
the audio,
problem.
though, he doesn't say that he
I
did
didn't
that
get that,
to
yeah.
the person that he was talking about, right? He just said he wanted to grab her.
Well, he
So that's
said
why I
that.
was
Well,
like,
what he says is, I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful women. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. I just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you are a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy.
that's-
You can do
that's the
anything.
problem. It's
But
like
he's
he's using his
saying-
power, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
If he becomes president, like imagine what he would do. I
Yeah.
feel like that is the biggest issue with.
I can't
I think
imagine
that's
him.
I think that's a
what he
separate
said.
issue. I agree with you. I think that those are two, two prongs to the same thing, or of the same sort of topic. In that one, what are we doing as a society to stop the disenfranchisement of women and the patriarchal systems that are in place, that it's okay to just talk about sexually assaulting people and not destroying somebody for doing that. And then there's the issue of, now, should that person be one of the most powerful people on the planet with nuclear codes and the commander-in-chief? You know what I mean? Those are it's all connected, but I think those are sort of two separate things.
I do not want Donald Trump to be president. But can you imagine Donald Trump and Angela Merkel in a room together and him trying to pull
I don't
something?
know her.
The
German chancellor.
The chancellor of Germany.
I think
What?
Trump just needs to disappear already. I'm just so over
Okay,
him.
but-
100%, I
Like, he's just so
completely
Everybody
gross.
knows
Get
that
away.
he's not going to be president, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what people
Well,
are hoping for.
but-
That's
but-
what everyone is
wait.
hoping for. So when he first said that, like
hoping for dope
when
shit.
you first hear that, you're like, you separate those two. I mean, I separated those two because it's like, guys would say something stupid like that. Like they're gonna say grabbing some bitch by the pussy.
It's
and like,
awful. It's awful. But I also thought like
As are stupid.
when I'm in a locker room, I mean, if I'm at my gym, which is very gay, you hear guys talk. I mean, guys talking
guys
about
are
Yeah,
other
but we're
guys.
talking about it,
That's
but
what
we're
Tito
not
and I were talking
doing
about before the
stuff.
show.
We're talking about it, but we're not doing stuff. I could be like, oh, he's so
Oh,
sexy. The things I would do to him, but I'm not saying, oh, you should see what I can do because I'm a social
Yeah,
media
yeah,
personality and he's scared to go against me. That's two different things. You know what I mean?
100%.
Saying like, yum, you're so hot, the things I would do to you, and actually doing stuff and then
yeah,
bragging
that's
about
locker,
it.
locker room
Yeah.
talk
That-
is that.
yeah.
And
Exactly,
I think
exactly.
that's what you're talking
That's
about.
absolutely what I'm talking
It's
about.
one thing to be graphic and vulgar, but it's another thing to talk about
actually
sexual
do it.
assault.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the issue, that's what the outrage, well, I mean, except for the fact that it's a presidential candidate, for God's sake. But I think that's where the real sort of outrage is. It's not that some douchebag dude was like, oh yeah, chicks,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just getting in there, you
Yeah.
know, like, I don't know.
What was that? How did guys talk in the locker room?
Chicks, man. I don't
Why are you talking?
You go to the
Why are
gym
you
more than
talking
I
in the
do.
locker room? Just go in and get out. Just put on stuff.
But now that
I-
it's gone even further, and it's brought in
I don't know. I
Billy.
play, I play
wait,
hockey.
Jesse.
It's brought in Billy Bush into the picture now because
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
interviewing Donald Trump, and now he's getting so much backlash for all of this, and I kind of feel bad for the guy because 11 years ago, this is when all this happened. Billy Bush wasn't as famous as he is now. So for me, let's say I'm interviewing Kim K and she's talking like that, am I gonna tell her like, you're kind of disgusting? You probably shouldn't have said that. Hell no, I want to keep my job, so I'm gonna like ha ha ha, laugh
100%.
awkwardly and move on.
But see,
So-
he
that's a
didn't
good
do
point.
that though. He didn't laugh awkwardly or passively accept what he was saying.
He, like,
was
high-fived them.
encouraging.
Yes, but-
Yeah, but if you're having
I
like a
interview
bro
a lot of
conversation.
celebrities all the time, okay? And it's all about setting the mood with the person that you're with. There's nothing more awkward than an interview, like throwing a question and having an answer. No, set the mood, become their friend. Then you get so much more out of that celebrity. You know what I mean? So it's like
So-
he was probably trying to be a friend, befriending him to get a really good interview.
So was Billy Bush just kind of going along for the ride and
Honestly,
It
I
felt
think he
like
is.
that.
I think he is. And I feel bad for the guy. And I got a lot of backlash for this last week because I spoke out publicly about it. People like, oh, you're disgusting. You're taking his side. I'm not taking his side. Did he do something to a girl that
You're
he
trying to
talked about?
understand.
Well,
No.
they're saying that
I'm
he
trying
did
to-
now. Like they're saying that like women.
So
are
when they
coming
have
forward.
proof about that,
Yeah.
then I can reevaluate.
For
But for
sure.
right now, the
Yeah,
poor bugger was stuck with Donald Trump and was scared to speak up to him. I would be scared to speak up to Donald. Well, back in the day, would have been. Now I'd be like, you are freaking disgusting. Get out of here. Goodbye. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm still over him. I'm still over him.
Also, side note, I think Hillary needs to use that line in the next debate. It's
Goodbye? Like,
or just like,
hashtag
I'm
goodbye.
over you.
Yeah.
and then with the little brush them off motion. Yeah, I think
Well,
that's it.
I've had enough talk about pussy for one day.
Right.
So now it's time for Tito's midpoint.
All right, so this week we're going to be playing at gunpoint. We were talking about guns last week, so I thought it was a little appropriate. So it's kind of the same as last week, but a little different. Everyone's going to take a question and choose between one or the other. So it's kind of like a would you rather type situation. So we're going to start at this end. So Doug, go first.
Dun, dun,
Would you
dun.
rather grab her by the pussy or
So if you were at gunpoint,
Word for word, exactly that. No. All right. So, and then I ask someone specifically?
no, you
or
answer.
it's just
You have to
answer
answer
that.
that.
Oh, I have to answer
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Let's
Uh-oh.
hope I got a good one. Okay. Would you rather cut off one of your fingers or pay $5,000 of your own money for the person you hate most to go on a spa vacation? Well, it's a fucking spa vacation. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not gonna cut off my finger.
But you hate them.
You're gonna
the most.
say-
It's not like I make $1 a year. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like $5,000 is a lot of money, but I use my hands for living my
When
life.
it's somebody that you hate.
can you start hating me then? Because I want to go on that 5K vacation. Hello.
Only if we get in on it together.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm one of the straight ones. I forgot. That's what I'm supposed to be.
Don't forget
I'm
this.
screwing up the whole dynamic here.
But everything is straight. Just like spaghetti until things get hot.
Oh.
Right. All right. Ooh, all right. Okay. Would you rather?
It is
I'll
now.
explain to you later on.
I
Off
get
topic.
it. But... okay.
All right, guys. So, would you rather have sex with Megan Fox with a penis or Chris Hemsworth with a vagina? Okay.
That's a great question.
So this, like, I'm so happy I'm getting this right now because, okay, so.
Wait, no, but like you have a penis and Megan Fox has the
No.
So I have a penis, Megan Fox
That's
has
just
a
a normal
vagina.
situation.
So I have to do sexual intercourse with Megan Fox, keeping my penis, or.
No.
No?
And
What?
She has a penis.
She has a penis.
Megan
Oh,
Fox
So that
is-
means that Chris
Well,
Hemsworth-
okay, so I was gonna choose Megan Fox even if I was using my penis, but since she has one, I mean, I'm definitely going with Megan Fox.
with a penis.
Oh, but wait, so then Chris would then have a vagina?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's all of Chris Hemsworth except for that one spot.
Megan Fox is really hot. There's a few people on my list that I would like give my gold star away for, and it's like Carrie Underwood,
star.
Your
Kim
gold?
Kardashian,
What's
and Megan Fox.
Your
Done.
gold
Okay.
star?
Yeah.
You give it away, you don't get
Like
it.
your
Like a V card.
Okay, please, you guys know what that means.
It's like a V
My
card,
God.
but with.
So like gay
girl.
boys that have never had sexual intercourse with a vagina, it's like a golden star like gay
a badge of
boy.
honor kind of
Yeah,
Because you're not just you're super.
Because I'm like super gay.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Ultra
I get it.
gay.
So yeah, ultra gay. So
Like
yeah,
that
so I
locker
would
room talk.
right like that locker
That's
room talk.
locker
So I
room
would give it away
talk,
to
yes.
Carrie Underwood, Megan Fox, and Kim Kardashian. Bam.
All right.
a lot of that's on my list too.
Would you rather have a head the size of a tennis ball or the size of a watermelon? A watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but
you know,
which
hey,
head are
big
we
man,
talking about though?
right? You know,
Which
yeah,
head are
it's
we
like
talking
a
about?
small
There
head,
it is, right there.
right? I know, right?
But like, how would you get your shirts on?
My
You would
shirts
have,
on?
you have to wear
Shirts.
button
But look
ups
how
every day.
close anybody's head is. Like
To
we're a
a
lot closer
watermelon.
to a watermelon than we are to a fucking tennis ball.
That's Men in Black. You see that alien with the tiny?
It just reminds me of Beetlejuice. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Come on.
But hold on, sorry. Just real
At first,
quick,
I thought you were talking about like the head of your penis. Never mind.
Yeah.
A watermelon.
Well, that's where I was going.
You'd still want your head watermelon? You'd have a watermelon at the end of your penis?
Does the Guinness Book of World Records pay you, or do you just hold them?
They don't pay you, they give you like an award and that's it.
I
So like,
agree,
is it
yeah.
even worth it to not have sex again in your whole
yeah,
life?
and again,
to get an award?
But if that's the case,
Or
a tennis
walk
ball
around
is
at
pretty
all.
large. Like,
Yeah.
Like tennis ball, like relax there.
Okay, Tito.
All right. Would you rather have everything you've ever wanted, but you die in 1 year, or live your life as it is now?
Dark.
Yeah.
Don't bring that here.
I don't know. I
everything you ever wanted, meaning like a watermelon head and everything.
guess a year would go by pretty fast. So even if I did get everything I wanted, it wouldn't be worth it. So I'd probably just live my life as it is now.
But you still have time to turn it all around to you.
That's true. Yes.
Because all I want is some gold in my mouth, so I don't think it's.
You want gold in your mouth?
You want
Like a
Jesse's
grill?
gold star in your
Yeah.
grills? Okay, I'm trying to.
Oh,
So
okay.
you want Jesse's grills in your mouth.
Yeah,
Got it.
okay.
Got it.
Okay,
I
Ori.
don't know what that
Okay.
means.
Would
I
you
don't know
rather
what that
never be able to speak again, or always have to say everything that's on your mind?
Oh.
I already do this.
I do that. I do that every
I already
day.
say everything that's on
No,
my
you
mind.
don't. Nobody does that.
I always do.
Well, I do.
Really?
Well, most
Oh,
of
yeah.
the time. 90% of the time.
But imagine having to also work in a corporate environment and having to.
I do.
say-
I've almost been
like-
fired from my bartending job because people get on my nerves. And you're
Oh,
supposed
so
to.
what do you say? Like, what have you said?
Let me try to think now.
Can I get a drink? Go to hell.
No, yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Pretty much, I honestly just told people to F off.
Do you give them shit if they don't
Really?
tip
Well, no,
you?
like, no, it's not like that. Like, if people are being rude to me and I'm like, I'm still a human being
Yeah.
behind this bar. If you want another drink, you're more than welcome to go to those two bartenders or leave the bar right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it sucks.
But that's
man.
not being rude, that's being real. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
but I mean,
Yeah.
like, I was
Yeah.
very nice what I said right there.
Mhm.
I wasn't that nice when it
So then
actually
show us the
happened.
mean side.
Yeah.
Well, it's also about the proportion, right? If they're just sort of like, can I get a? Actually, hold on. What do you
Yeah.
get? Like, all right, that's it. You had your chance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
as long as
There's-
they have
yeah,
to have
exactly.
a larger infraction.
Okay. Would you rather smell terrible, but you can't smell it, or your partner smell terrible and you have to smell it?
Wow.
Well, if I can't smell it, then
Life
there
is
you go.
good, yeah.
Then life is good if I don't smell it.
Well, I
'Cause
guess your
when
partner's
you-
fucked.
No, because like if you're at the gym and somebody else smells,
So bad.
and you're trying to work out next to the guy who smells,
That
you can't live.
You can't lift. You die.
You can't lift. No, you can't. You can't. So I would rather smell. Do I smell okay?
You smell great.
Okay, good. Thank you. Here, take your question back. And that is Tito's midpoint. Okay, now we actually have started getting some viewer mail. Like email and comments on Facebook
Really?
and stuff.
Like snail mail too?
No snail with the.
All right,
There's
this
sardines.
episode, let's put your address up on the screen.
And one, it was actually a Facebook comment. They were talking about the set. It was a woman, and she said that the set needed a woman's touch. And even though this is gay and straight men together, that men, it doesn't matter. You have no
taste.
aesthetic sense, so you need a woman's touch. Well, the truth of the matter is, we do the best that we can. We are a low-budget production, and we're very thankful that you are here watching us. But if you want to see a better set than this, you can help us by going to our crowdfunding site on Patreon. That address is patreon.com/thepointguys. That's patreon.com/thepointguys. It's crowdfunding, but it's also kind of like subscribing. So you pledge a little bit and each month. So it's $1 a month, $5 a month for the pleasure of seeing these beautiful faces. And a better set.
There are also
So
larger
again-
tiers.
Huh?
There are larger tiers than the $1 and $5. Let's make
Yes.
that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, frankly, I forget, it's on the site, but it's a few $1,000s. You can buy the whole damn episode if you want for like $10,000 or something. But go to the site, check out all the tiers and the perks that you can get, and that would help us immensely.
And immediately.
And immediately. And we might even be able to afford an iron so we can iron our tablecloth.
Not
We'll
really
work
gonna
on that
say
for next
anything,
time. Anyway, so I was talking before that you are a Kardashian expert.
I love the Kardashians.
I believe we have people on this panel who don't like the
Ori's
Kardashians.
blood is boiling.
Now, I think we all know the story at this point of the heist in Paris where her jewelry was stolen. It was $10,000 worth of jewelry, something like that?
Millions.
Millions.
Yeah,
$10 million. It was
It's
some. It
close
was
to
a
10,
crazy.
11 million, yeah.
And she was bound and gagged and all that, which is horrible.
Well, it depends which context. It could be hot as well.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
yes, being bound and gagged, yes. But she suffered some backlash as if it were her fault that this happened. And I was just wondering what your take is on that.
I mean, her whole job is to be a media personality, so it's to promote everything and anything that she does own or does do. You know what I mean? So, is it her fault that crazy people exist out there? No. Should she be bringing so much stuff with her when she's traveling? Not really, but she was there for Fashion Week. She can't go in the front row of Fashion Week and wear her fake diamonds because people will notice and she'll get even more backlash for that. You know what I mean? So it's a very sad situation, but it's not her fault. I mean,
No, I don't think it's her fault, but my immediate thought was, why the fuck you carrying around millions of dollars worth of jewelry?
But
but
you're going
again,
to
she was there
Fashion
for
Week in
she was there
Paris.
for Fashion Week. Yeah.
Not
you
to
know,
mention
but-
that her ring is worth so much that Kanye gave her, and they took that ring. Apparently now he wanted to give her another one, but she refused. She's like so defeated right now.
Wow.
She hasn't left her place in since it happened for a while, and then when she has, you see her in
So, if
t-shirts and jeans.
so why is it that people don't feel sympathy for her?
Because people are
Because
jealous
people
of
hate
her.
her, yeah.
Why did
I'm not jealous of her. I think it sucks that she got robbed, but I mean, like, I don't.
But some
I
people
don't-
will say that they don't feel bad for her. Like, imagine you getting...
Yeah, that's a different.
Like, you're
story.
wearing a robe.
I really dislike the Kardashians, but I mean, like, to be robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah.
No, it's
But it's
still,
not just
as you
getting
say, you're a
robbed.
guy behind the bar. You're still
Yeah.
a human being.
Yeah,
And it's the same
exactly,
thing. Like she's a
exactly.
person who went through a horrible traumatic
Yeah.
experience, and but with the idea of victim blaming and things like that, like
Yeah.
why are you carrying all this around? But you know what? She should be able to
It
carry
was her
fucking
job.
$17
Exactly,
of
exactly.
diamonds if she felt like it. But
But it's
but
not-
I kind of am a little more in the Ori camp. That's I mean, like I don't think that she should have the fame or the reach.
So
that
this
she
is when
does,
I step
because,
in.
But
Yeah.
that's a separate
Why?
issue.
I mean,
That's
why
a
is
whole
she
other
famous?
issue.
It's one of those things like, why is she
so
famous?
I always tell people, this is how I look at it. So you don't have to like the Kardashians. I'm okay with that. That's cool. But you have to respect the work ethic that they have. You guys will never see this because you see a Kardashian and you flip the page. But the work ethic that family has is like beyond me. They work for 24 hours straight a day. Like they have so much stuff they have to do every day, and it's to maintain the lifestyle.
To do what?
Because
That's the
because,
thing that
okay,
gets
so
me about the
business
Kardashians.
women.
You just said it, to maintain the lifestyle. That's their job, to maintain their lifestyle. Like
Because it's now
I
a
would
job.
love
So
to
okay,
do
so the
that.
point, for instance, okay, if nobody is watching or sharing right now, let's say Kim Kardashian would share our episode today.
Kim Kardashian,
imagine how
please
many
share our
right?
episode.
Imagine how many hits we
You
would
know,
have, and
you're
our show
alright,
would be like
kids.
on every live stream
No,
TV.
I
you know what
agree
mean?
with you. She
So-
has huge reach. My question about, and this is
Why?
not related to the robbery because that was horrible. My question about the Kardashians is why do they have such, like, why do people follow them and like them and?
Because
they're
it's-
just
it's-
likable.
Are
We
they
want to
likable?
live that lifestyle.
but
So when
likable.
you see someone living it,
You're likable.
exactly.
And you
You're
also you
likable,
want to have their lifestyle, even
Yeah.
though you like choose not to admit that. Like anyone would want their lifestyle.
I just think they're what's wrong with
Were they living like that?
society.
Were they living like that before Ray J?
Their father was a
Because-
very
Right,
famous lawyer.
Yeah.
And he was on that
The
case for the
OJ
OJ
trial.
Simpson,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like, it's not any. It's like saying, like Carrie Underwood. She's a famous singer. Her son's probably gonna become a famous something eventually. Is it his fault that his parents were famous? No. So
No,
why
but
are we
that's not-
blaming the
it's
Kardashians
not about
though?
that though,
No.
because like,
But still.
you look at other people who are famous or whatever. Like I was just listening to a podcast with Kate Beckinsale, for example. Her parents were both actors. Her father, a very famous actor, died when she was very young, but like renowned in England and whatnot. So like she went through all this sort of stuff, but she's not famous because her parents were famous. She's not famous for the sake of being famous. She's famous because she is a hardworking actor who has gone out and done something for herself and not just sort of ridden a wave of,
That's
this is just
I guess-
this is
but
fake.
I guess the
This is
idea
fake.
is
You
like-
can't just shrug that off. That's valid.
No,
Like,
it's
that's
valid to a
not.
certain degree.
If somebody
because-
wants to be,
No.
if somebody's choosing to be an actress just because
What
that's
is
a
Kim
job.
Kardashian choosing to be? Kim Kardashian. Like that's all she does is.
If
that's
you're
it.
a media
Kim Kardashian.
personality and you have all these lines, you have beauty lines, you have
Exactly.
TV shows, you have all this stuff under your
See,
name,
the
you're
beauty
creating
lines
a
and all
brand.
that are that's great.
great.
That's legit and that's real
100%.
work. And those are things that came later.
But you
But they
just
would have
create
never
a
gotten
brand.
them if it wasn't for the whole social
right.
media.
No, but what I'm saying is, I
What's
think
the first
that-
thing? What's the second thing? Like Carrie Underwood's a singer, okay?
Yeah.
She's a great singer.
Cool.
Then she has other stuff that shoot off from her being an amazing
Well,
singer.
she's
Exactly.
Carrie Underwood. If we're
So-
going to use that, I mean, she keeps putting out albums, and those albums.
No, I know
sell.
she's got like a working outline for women,
I
like
know.
all that
But
stuff.
the bottom,
you know what I mean?
We
but
can all
I-
agree Carrie Underwood is a delight.
She
yes,
is.
I
She's
actually
she's my
like
other
Carrie
wifey.
Underwood.
Is
is
she
a
the
delight.
I put the town car?
Yeah.
seats? Okay, yeah.
It's not
Yes.
a town car, but yeah.
No, that's Frank Ocean.
Speaking
Okay.
of speaking, because the horrible thing with Kim Kardashian happened in Paris.
Yeah.
Interesting news out of Paris. The city council in Paris has approved a nudist park
Yeah.
in the city.
Mosh out with the squash out.
Yeah. Masha with the scratch.
Hashtag mosh out with the squash out. I mean, a lot of cities have clothing optional beaches and what, but this is like it's going to be in the city.
Like, what do you mean in the city? Like in the middle of the city? Like like in a park?
Like it will be a park, not right in downtown.
Where's the water? Is what I'm asking.
Well, there's gonna.
There's a
Why does it have
pond.
to be
There's-
water to be naked?
to be a
It's a beach.
No, it's not gonna
No,
be a
it's
beach.
a
It's
park.
a park.
It's a park.
A park? Like with swings?
No, like
Yes, a park.
Swinging naked and everything else is swinging.
That's
So-
fun.
It's not a
you can
playground.
kick up
Nobody's
with your
saying it's a
dick up.
playground.
Shit is crazy.
Kick up with your
It's
dick.
not-
Like,
it's not a
no, wait, like
playground.
Mr. Tumnus, like they're in the woods, naked?
It's not a
Like you can have a
forest.
naked picnic.
No,
What are we
it's
saying?
a park. You know,
Like Hyde Park is
Let's
a
say,
park.
let's say Central Park. let's say Central Park in New York, and a part of the park was set
Benches.
aside.
Is it covered?
What's wrong with that?
Is it going to be
No,
covered?
it's nude.
No, why would it be
No,
covered?
like around it.
Yeah, there'll be a fence.
Oh, but a fence you can see
Jesus.
through.
Yeah,
Still
I mean,
going to offend the children and everything.
Well, no, they said
children.
that.
Children there.
Think of the children.
No, but they're
Always think of the
but-
children.
No, but
I'm
you
for the
see,
I don't
that's-
care. I'm just saying.
like, yeah.
That's a bonus. I mean, that's a bogus argument because if you
It's
go
one
to,
that's used literally for
I know
everything.
that, but if you go to clothing optional beaches in Europe specifically, there are parents and their little kids,
Yeah,
and
because
they're
they're
all.
because-
I guess his thing is seeing through the fence. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, but
you
it's
know, I didn't
also-
want this, but I'm having
people
it.
get
also
eaten.
true.
Well, so would you, if it was covered up, let's say, not the ceiling, but the
wall.
perimeter was covered up, would you go to a nudist park, a naked park?
Probably.
That's not the point.
Why not?
I feel like hot people like won't go there.
That's so.
Have you ever been to Hanlon's in Toronto?
Yeah, there's a lot of hot people
Yeah,
there.
that's a clothing optional
I
beach.
said I feel like.
Well, then we'll have to go figure it out by ourselves when it opens.
So I think.
I mean, can I survey before I enter?
so you want
I
to
don't
be
know if there's
able.
any
Well, you
testers
can
or not.
because you
Yeah.
can
I'm not ready to
Again,
hang out with my fang
Hold
out.
on, let's just take a quick
People might
second
be
here.
jealous of your watermelon though.
Yeah, with your watermelon head.
Nudity, like a nude or clothing optional park, is not a sex club. You know, so this idea of like, think of the children. Well, first of all, why are we imparting such shame on the human body
Yeah.
to
They all
children?
have the same body parts.
Because it's
Second
the
of
world.
all-
That's what happens. in
Second
this
of
world.
all, it's it's not it's not a sex club where people are going like, oh sweet, let's go to Central Park
Look at some jugs.
area and hook up. Like it's just people who want to be natural and whatever. That's not my scene, but I think that's the idea.
Once it opens up, I think we should all go to Paris.
Let's
I think
go film
Paris
there.
tourism
Yeah, no.
should pay for a press junket, and we'll do the point
Naked.
live, naked, in Paris.
All
It's
right.
a different kind of point.
A different kind of point. But speaking of points, endpoints. Doug.
Oh yeah, okay. So I just thought this was really crazy, and just speaking of the sort of constantly evolving world of our understanding of this world and the universe that we're in, scientists discovered this week or realized that their estimation of how many galaxies there were in the universe was dramatically off.
Yes.
They thought there was 120 billion galaxy, which is a mind-boggling number. Turns out that number is closer to 1.2 trillion. And they're just so faint that we can't even see
Yeah.
them, right? And it's just
Like
thinking like,
galaxies?
Yeah.
galaxies.
Yeah.
So to think that there are 1.2 trillion galaxies and we just realized this, like, think of how much more there is to learn and discover. I don't know, that kind of stuff really fascinates me. And I think it's
absolutely.
amazing.
A lot of
And Donald
No,
Trump.
I do. Like it's.
Donald Trump is going to
Crazy.
build a Trump tower on one of those galaxies.
Probably.
Jesse.
Mine is JoJo. I love JoJo the singer, and she has a new album that just came out this week after 10 years of not being able to release music. It's incredible. It's called Mad Love. Go out and download it on iTunes. And I had the chance to interview her a few months ago at the Fifth Harmony concert. So you guys can find that on my blog,
Awesome.
jessehazen.com.
Cool. And JoJo.
I
Share
had
us.
the biggest, I had the biggest
I love
crush
JoJo.
on JoJo.
I love her.
Really?
Oh yeah,
She's
back in the day.
So we can agree on JoJo and disagree on the Kardashians.
I'm okay with
I
that.
got you, boo.
Amazing.
Tito.
All right, so my bop of the week this week is going to be Machine Gun Kelly featuring Camila Cabello. It's called Bad Things, and it's really fun. I like it. Go get it. Buy it.
Bye.
Ori.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my parents. It was their 40th anniversary on
Aw.
Sunday. Yeah, so I just want to thank them for putting up with all of my shit throughout the years. 'Cause I was a bad kid.
Yeah, well, yeah, you still are.
Thank you.
Get out of the bar.
yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you very much.
Aw.
Happy anniversary.
I actually want to give a shout out to the city of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And the Real Pride Film Festival, the LGBTQ film festival there, a movie that I was in that was shot a couple of years ago, had its world premiere in Winnipeg.
So cool.
So
Directed by one of our associate producers on The Point, Brad McDermott.
yes, produced by TikTok Pictures, which also produces this show. So there you go. It all comes together.
And
It's
what's
very
it called?
Connections.
Oh, the film is called Imp.
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 Okay.
About a depressed middle-aged gay man contemplating suicide.
So, you.
Me, yes, that's my role. And I'm visited by this impish demon.
Mr. Tony's.
Me.
Yes, you.
Tito.
No. Well, thank you to Winnipeg and Real Pride. Thank you, everybody here. Special thank you to Jesse for
Jesse.
filling in
Jesse.
today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course, if you like us, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. That's very important because the more subscriptions we have, the better we are with YouTube. Our crowdfunding page, as I mentioned before, is patreon.com/thepointguys. Please support
Kim
us.
Kardashian, please go to patreon.com.
Yes.
No, it's
/thepointguys.
only if we all agree to love her.
I would love
Honestly,
if she gives.
if we set a tier of like $10 million, I will love.
I would love Kim
I
Kardashian
don't
for
care.
that.
I don't care.
Also,
or you're off the show.
yeah,
Goodbye.
I have to finish. Also, like us on Facebook. On Facebook for all the latest updates on the show. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Point Guys. You can email us at thepointguys@gmail.com. And for all things The Point, visit us on our website, www.thepointguys.net. You can join us weekly because we have a new show every Tuesday. So, see you next Tuesday on The Point.
I missed it.